Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shaw Craft One and my old barn door, and I'm back at it. I have finally come full circle and I'm ready to do the decorating in the little golden book so that I can get it listed in my shop. This is the little golden book where I showed how I did the buttons on the spine, and so I had asked in one of the videos, I think there were 3 videos, and I had asked if you guys wanted me to decorate it, and you all said yes, and I've had so many other things going on that I hadn't had time to get to it, so we're going to get to it today. So, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to make envelopes, because I've had several people ask me to do a tutorial on how to do the children's book envelopes, so I thought I would just do a separate video and show you guys how to do that. And then the next video I do, of course I got to get some ephemera made for it, but then the next video I do, I'll video of me going through and decorating the little golden book. So this is a sweet little nursery rhyme book. I showed this in one of my last hauls. Don't remember which one. But this is, it's about a baby. So I thought it'd be super cute to put nursery rhymes in it. So I'm just going to flip through, and this is how I go through and choose the papers for my envelopes. So I just kind of flip through and see which page I like, and kind of eyeball it and see which page I think would look cute to do an envelope out of. You know, you can kind of eyeball it and say, you know, I think that one will, like this one, this is kind of in the center of the page, so I know this could be like the center, you know, of the envelope or what have you. So I might do this one. The little kittens are super cute. And I've already used some pages out of this book, so they're not going to all be here. Now see, this one is very colorful. And it has cute images on the whole page, so it will be cute to use. I don't know, gosh, that one would be a hard one to pick between because I love the old woman in the shoe. I've always loved that little story. I don't know why, but I've always thought it was super cute. Now see, this one's cute too. Maybe we'll go with, I want 2 envelopes, so I'm going to do 2 envelopes. So we'll go with that one, and I really like this duck too, or goose, or whatever. Okay, it's a goose. I just think she's super cute. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll use this one. So let me just cut this apart. Put him back in the book, and then let me get the other one. I may have to, okay, what I normally do when I have a book that's sewn together is I'll cut the stitches. So let me get my little X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to cut through the stitching real quick so that it will come out of the book easier and I won't tear the page. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to pull this one. That rooster's super cute too. I might have to do that for a farmhouse journal. Y'all know me, I'm always thinking about farm style stuff. Okay, put him back in the book, and then we can put the book to the side. Okay, so the next thing I do is I just kind of measure. I want to measure how wide my page is because I need a square. So this one is a little more than 8 1/4, and I'm pretty sure this one is too. Yeah. All right, so they're a little more than 8 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my envelope punch board, and I'm going to find one that's as close to 8 1/4 as I can. Now, y'all don't laugh at me. I can't see these little bitty numbers, so I have to use my magnifying glass. So let's see. Okay, so I have one here that is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. It's this very bottom one, and it gives me, I'm gonna hold it up. Y'all can probably see it better than I can. So I'm going to cut these pages at 8 1/4 this way so that it matches 8 1/4 this way. So I'm just gonna kind of square them up and make them 8 1/4. So I'm gonna go this way to try and cut off the least amount of this picture as I can. Okay, so I have a little room up here that I can cut off, and I won't cut any of the picture. So I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna cut that off first, and then we'll go back and measure the 8 1/4 so that I can get as much of the pretty image onto the envelope as possible. Okay, see, that leaves their little feet, cuts just a little bit off their tail. Oh, and how cute is that? So I think I'll probably keep this because that can be used in an embellishment. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around and make sure I'm at 8 1/4 on this one, because it was a little over 8 1/4 and I need it to be completely square. Okay, so that one's done. Now we're going to do the same thing on this one. So I'm going to cut this first at 8 1/4. And that way I already know that I have the length that I need, or the width. And then I'm going to, now see on this one, I'm not going to have a whole lot of room to play with up here, or I will cut off Mother Goose's head. So we're going to have to cut from the bottom on this one. So we're going to lose a little bit, but that's okay. And see, this I can use on a pocket or an embellishment, so I'll keep that. Alright, so now we have both of them at 8 1/4 and 8 1/4. So we're going to swap our trimmer for this. So 8 1/4 and 8 1/4. So your score line is going to be at, oh Lord, I can't see it. Hang on. 3 1/8 inch. Y'all don't laugh at me. I can't help it. My eyeballs don't want to cooperate with me anymore. So we're going to go over here to 3, what'd I say, 3 1/8? 3 1/8. And then because I'm left-handed, I have to turn it. And I'm going to punch and score. And I'm going to turn it around and line up the score line. Oh gosh, it's so hard to see. Let me get down here and see if I can see it. Okay, so sometimes when that happens, I'll just fold it. I'll just go ahead and fold it so that I can feel the score line a little better. It might have been easier to do it on the back side. Sometimes it's easier to do it on a white background. I hate it when it's like this, because normally I can do this pretty good. Let me just hold it up. Okay, we're lined up pretty good. Whew. Didn't mean for it to be that complicated. Holy crow. This one probably will be a little easier to see because it's on that red. And see, it's easier to see when you don't have a pattern in the way. Oops. Okay, so I got my score lines on that one, and we're going to go ahead and do this one the same way. And I said, what, 3 1/8? Let me just get them lined up here. So punch and score. And then I'm going to line it up. I'm just kind of feeling of it. Punch and score. So hard to see with all the patterns. Okay, so now we have all of our punching done, so we don't need our scoreboard anymore. And get rid of the trash. And that's fairly it, guys. Now you just fold it however way you want to fold it. And I usually use my bone folder to do the crease, just to make sure I get a really good crease. And that's going to be super cute because it's going to have the little mouse at the top on the flap of the envelope. This one ain't going to fold right for me. There we go. So you just fold at your score lines. And I think I want to trim that off some. So we're just going to do that with our scissors. Probably didn't cut that straight. I didn't cut that straight. Let me cut it straight. Oh, me and my talented ability to cut straight. It's ridiculous. Okay, that's better. I should have done that in the first place. All right, and then we're going to fold it here, and I want to round this corner. And that is the envelope we get. See, super cute. So won't that be cute hanging over the edge of a page? So, and then of course you'll just glue them right here and right here. So we have that one. Let's see what this one turns out like. I'm going to go ahead and trim this before I even get started good. Okay. I'm using my bone folder to crease my lines. And then we're going to fold this over, burnish it, and then we have this. How super cute are those? So yeah, that's how I make my children's book page envelopes. Now, I will show you real quick what you can do if you don't have the envelope punch board, because I didn't have one forever, and I would get frustrated because I never could find any videos that would show me how to do it without the punch board. So let's just pick another page real quick. Let me see where we're at on our time. Okay, I'm going to do this in a hurry. Alright, so we'll just do this one since it's already out. So, if you don't have the envelope punch board, it's really easy to make an envelope with the children's book page. So, whatever side you want it on, you're going to have face down. And I want this side showing, so I'm going to turn this face down. Basically, I'm just going to fold it up like this. And score it or burnish it. Then I'm going to fold the top flap down, burnish it. Now you can either open this up and glue here and here, and fold it in like that. I would take a little circle punch and punch here. Let me see if I can find one. And that way it just gives it a little bit of a, you know, like a finger hold. So you can poke your finger in there and get your envelope open. Okay, or you can score, if you have a scoreboard, you can score at about 1/2 inch on each side and fold them in to give you a gusset. Let's just do that real quick, because I want you to see both of your options. So I'm going at 1/2 inch and I'm scoring here. I'm going to flip it over, score at 1/2 inch here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim away the little squares on each corner of the page. And I'm going to go in at a little bit of an angle right there. Okay. And then we'll go do the same thing with this one. Okay, and then we're going to go at a little bit of an angle right here. Same thing on this side. And a little bit of an angle right here. Okay, let's get that snipped all the way. Come on. Okay. So once you do that, you're just going to fold in where your score lines are and burnish it on both sides. Fold in, burnish it. Now, I would take my my corner punch and round the corners. Oops. Okay, why are you not cooperating? Because I'm trying to hurry so that I can hit my 15-minute mark, and I need to quit. And you can even round these corners if you want to, but I'm going to leave them square. Okay, and then you're just going to take a little bit of glue, and you're going to run a bead of glue down this side, and a bead of glue down this side. You want to be careful not to get too much glue because you don't want to get it inside and then stick your envelope together. Okay, and then you're just going to line it up and press down. And then I'm going to take a napkin and wipe away the excess glue because I always get too much glue. Okay, so then there you can also have a cute little book page envelope. So I'm probably going to use this in one of my farmhouse journals or even a Western journal. That one's super cute. So that's how you can do it if you don't have excuse me, the envelope punch board. Now on these, you know, you can have them open either way you want to. What I mean by that is you can fold it this way, and have it like this. But I don't think this one would look good like that because of the image and the way the image is placed on the page. So anyway, that's how I make my children's book page envelopes. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day. Big hugs.